And our live team coverage now turns to Juneteenth in Springfield today, where many are celebrating through music. Western Mass News reporter Daniel Santiago joins us in studio with that part of our coverage. Daniel.
Chris, for many people, Juneteenth celebrations look like a day of remembrance. For others, that could look like activism or maybe even artistic expressions. But how about combining all of those into one big celebration? Well, that's exactly what the city of Springfield did today. This afternoon, city leaders, community activists, and many residents from across Western Massachusetts gathered at the steps of Springfield City Hall and celebrated together with a flag-raising ceremony. State Representative Bud Williams tells Western Mass News that for him, Juneteenth is about making sure younger generations know what happened back in 1865 so they keep the stories alive through generations to come.
So we want to make sure young people remember their history. The country remembers their history. There's a mood and a mood in this country to eliminate history, creative thinking, eliminate black people and brown people, erase them from the history books. Would that be right? No. This is American history.
And to continue the celebrations just steps away from City Hall, the Springfield Symphony Orchestra hosted a first ever Juneteenth concert. Tickets were free, but in order to attend, you had to have them in hand. The 2,000 people enjoying the sold-out show could hear the voices from members of the Springfield Symphony Chorus, the Avery Sharp Quartet, and Springfield's Extended Family Choir. Many of the people there today shared with Western Mass News the different reasons they were excited for the concert.
Well, all of my family's going. It's, literally a community event. All of my aunts and uncles, cousins are going to be here. And so they encouraged me to come out, and I'm excited to be here for it.
The soloists, I'm really excited. We've never been here before, so it's all new, and why not, right?
Organizers from the Symphony Orchestra tell Western Mass News they are grateful for the support of the community and that although this was the first time, they're looking forward to bringing back the Juneteenth concert year after year. Reporting live in studio, Daniel Santiago, Western Mass News.